Hey Capricorn, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your May 2025 Tarot and Oracle reading, asking the question what's coming towards you in the month of May. We're going to start with an Oracle card, and then we're going to move on to Tarot. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like for other people to pray for you as well, that's an offer that always stands. Please say hi in the comments section, or even leave in a little emoji or something. It represents your energy. And so that gives us something we can focus on and project positive things and positive things only at you. And thank you, by the way, for hitting the like button on your way in. So we start with the message of transformation, the art of change. And this comes with a hand gesture just to kind of physically empower you. You put your thumbs together and then you simply kind of, you go like this. One sec. That's how we do it. Well, it doesn't look like a picture. I've never seen this card before. So yeah, you simply clasp your hands together and then you put your thumbs together. The art of change. So your affirmation goes like this. I am so clever and ingenious that I can use any situation to my advantage, and I make sure that the greatest good for all comes of it. That is so Capricorn. Can we just take a moment and observe how Capricorn-y that is? I am so clever and ingenious that I can use any situation to my advantage, and I make sure that the greatest good for all comes out of it. That's awesome. This mudra refreshes the spirit and gives harmony, balance, and equanimity. So make sure your arms are horizontal and keep your hands up as high as your throat. While you're performing this mudra, imagine a bowl of lemons in front of you. All but one are shiny and flawless. The odd one out has an ugly mark on it. Whether you get annoyed about it or not makes no difference at all. The mark is there, and that's that. The best thing is to squeeze all the juice out of the lemons, add a good portion of sugar, and make sweet lemonade out of the situation. That's the most complicated way I've ever seen the saying, when the life hands you lemons, make lemonade, depicted. But I like that. That's really cool. Transformation, art of change. Okay, you guys. We're going to start with this card deck. Okay, so we're only going to take the cards that fly out for you and we read them how they lay. What's coming towards my Capricorns? What's coming towards my Capricorns? Jeez. This will be an extended for all of my Capricorns that really love those. The link will be in the description box below. We'll go into advice. We'll go into an extended version of the reading, basically. You got a lot of cards. Okay, we have independence. We're going to unpack these, and then we're going to get more cards and weaning out of it. My nose is already itching. It's a good sign. Nine of Pentacles talks about independence, the ability to support yourself, to take good care, to make good investments, and enjoying that independence. And then we have Nine of Cups, and this is really happy. So this is happy, independent energy. This is putting down a burden, an end of a chapter. At one point, you might have felt obligated to for one reason or another. Something not going through for some reason. This might be a project. It could be anything having to do with action or the beginnings of something. I know that's very vague, so bear with me. We'll come back to that. Two of Pentacles talks about reprioritizing, sometimes trying to decide about something. And this can also be shifting things in your schedule or even a cloudiness, like a choice, basically. The Death card talks about something, of course, coming to an end, but it's also a rebirth card. So it's letting in new things. And we have the Knight of Swords, but in reverse. That's going to be an interesting one to unpack. It's almost like somebody's acting impulsively, but towards you. And then we've got your energy, the King of Pentacles. We end up with your energy, the King of Pentacles, which is very stable, very grounded, especially in connection to this impulsive, more immature energy. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. This all kind of feels like it's circling around something in particular. Could be like around communication. Before I say anything, let's just get some clarity on these cards. Okay. I do feel like you're really powerfully independent. So whether you are focusing on your investments and you're focusing on what you're throwing yourself into with your career and your projects, and you feel very confident and sure about your perspective on that and your position on that, stick with it. It's looking really good. So even if you have been feeling quite stubborn with it, there's almost the what's between the lines here is that there might be somebody saying something or some forces trying to kind of challenge this. And you are winning that fight between you and any doubt, right? You are playing king of the mountain with doubt, whether it's inside or outside, and you are sticking by your convictions here. And let's get some more clarity on the following card, which is the Nine of Cups. I feel a stubborn part of your nature coming out. I feel like you're not changing your mind regarding maybe other people involved and what's going to serve you best. I don't think you're letting something go, maybe like something that might have been a disappointment. And that might actually be their disappointment. Like you're observing whatever disappointment this is, whether it's yours or theirs, and you're just kind of quiet with it. There's a stubborn energy coming forward, kind of like, no, I'm not going to be pressured into doing this any other way. No, I'm not going to help you move this forward, or I'm not going to help you feel better about this, or I'm, fill in the blanks. Let's get a new deck of cards because I've already used so many cards flew out for you. So regarding this 10 of Wands, putting down this chapter, this has maybe been an exhausting chapter. Yeah, you're leaving something behind. At one point, you cared a lot about it, but you were really seeing potential somewhere else. You're following your intuition, one could say. It's, again, the Four of Swords. I don't think you're even telling too many people about it. Some of you guys might have even cut off a friend or stepped away from a celebration, or I think you're kind of like, you are what's standing in the way of something moving forward, and you are sticking with your convictions and your confidence that you're doing the right thing. So this thing is not moving forward, this project or this job, and it's totally done. It's totally done. Here's our Ace of Wands upside down. Now, when this is upright, a lot of you guys know what this means. This is like something landing in your lap. This is an opportunity. This could be a new job or a project, could be travel, blah, blah, blah. It's passion sometimes in a love relationship, but this is not coming through. And I think that you're the one standing in its way, but for your good reasons. Remember your card, right? Transformation. This is transformation. You are kind of coming, like you're a catalyst to something changing here. I am so clever and ingenious that I can use any situation to my advantage, and I make sure that the greatest good for all comes of it. I think you're making an executive decision not to make a decision almost. With the Death card, this is also making space for something new to come through, maybe something better. Two of Pentacles. Moving forward quickly, triumphantly with the Chariot card. Ooh, and the Ace of Cups. This is something that connects with your heart space. This is something that is either creative or it could be relationship based. This could be new love or a new friendship. This could be a new relationship, basically. But in the realms of like career, for instance, this would be creative. It would be something that connects with emotion, that you'd be personally invested in, and it would be landing in your lap and you're moving forward. Now, I think you're willing to be a student in this situation. So whether it's a relationship or whether it's actually something that you're emotionally connected to in your career, something that it gets your heart beating and or maybe it's creative, you are willing to be a bit of a novice, and you're recognizing like, I've got a lot I can learn here. And that's actually something that's good. It makes it more interesting. And then for the second time, we got the Death card here. Why do we have the Death card here? Yeah, big Judgment card Here we go. This is like leveling up. This is a resurrection of life into a new level of happiness. Wow. So let me just let's stop everything and just recap. So basically the energy of your reading, Capricorn, is like, by doing nothing, I am doing everything. And it turns out good for you. It's like you have this leveling up. Oh, but somebody is coming towards you impulsively, something that they want to get off their chest. This is sometimes words can be exchanged with this kind of energy. Words can be exchanged that can't be taken back later. This is somebody, I think, that can feels that squeeze, feels that pain. They're one of the lemons. They're the lemon with mark on it. They got squeezed, baby. And then we got the 7 of Pentacles. So they might be using in their conversation or argument or whatever it is that they're coming at you with. Like we put so much time into this, but these were our goals, or like, but I thought we were going in this direction and I put a lot of something into this. So it's hard for them it feels like they're still attached to this. And it's the ending that really gets them, right? And that's why they're so impulsive, because they're in their emotion, they're in their feels. But it doesn't, with the Knight of Swords, it's not always good for that person, right? It doesn't always lead to the best impressions. So you're going to be navigating this with your intuition. I mean, there's no script that is perfect for a moment like this. You're going to just know. And we end with your energy. So let's get a little bit on that. The King of Pentacles, I mean, that feels very stable and somewhat practical. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do what you got to do, that sort of thing. And here we have the 9 of Wands again. So while others feel impacted by your choices or the lack thereof in some cases, I feel like you have this broader view of like, what's good for me right now is actually good for you. And you're stubbornly standing by that. So some of you guys are getting out of a relationship and you're making space in your life for something new. Some of you guys are standing in the way of something progressing forward at work or a project moving forward because you know that's just not the right thing. You are all about making safe and smart investments with your time and opening up possibilities that would not be there if you moved on this. Nose is itching. And it doesn't come with a lack of indecision. It doesn't come with some of that. Of course, you're seeing all the options and you're working hard to be discerning, but I don't think that's coming out on the outside. I think a lot of that's on the inside. And actually, that is a healthy sign because it shows that your ego is not taking over. So when you feel this combination, like you're seeing all these options, you're realizing discernment's important and you're asking yourself, what could be in my imagination? What might I be superimposing inaccurately on this situation? What are the choices that are good for me? And you're going back and forth. That means that you're really kind of taking in everything you can, all that information you can, and making a responsible choice from there. Let's see what comes out following that. Is it a responsible card or is it an irresponsible card? Queen of Cups. Who's this? Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is somebody who's in their feels. They're emotional, could be a water sign. They can be creative. Could very easily be connected to this. I feel that if this is somebody in your midst, let me get one card out on them before I speak. Who's this Queen of Cups? Who's this Queen of Cups? For my Capricorns. Conflict, back and forth, trying to choose the So the potential of coming out of disappointment or heartbreak within a conflict comes out. I can't predict tarot. This is fascinating. There is something that I think that this Queen of Cups wants to say to you. And this could be the impulsive communication energy that came up earlier because they don't like this harsh ending. Queen of Cups. You know, while it doesn't have to be romantic, it will be for some. It's just important to know the things that make a Queen of Cups the Queen of Cups. And that is sensitivity and nurturing and a softness and watery. And they're more in their emotions. They're very much in their emotions. And there's conflict attached to this individual. And the Ace of Swords upside down. So this is communications that haven't made their way through. There's something I think they want to say to you. I think they want to come out of a heartbroken place where, and I think that they can sense that you are what they would describe. They would describe you probably as being cold, but I think you're trying to be practical and do what's best for yourself and for maybe everybody. Maybe even in the long run, best for the Queen of Cups. But yeah, so I feel that there's some communications that have left, some things that have been left unsaid. And that's maybe what you are going back and forth with. What's this? Some things left on the table. Maybe some little things to work out regarding responsibilities. Yeah. What I do like in your reading, though, bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. What I like about your reading, though, is that you are very much in your own nature. And I do feel that you're following your intuition. Yeah, you feel very strong in this reading. So I hope that is helpful for you guys. I'm going to go over to the extended. If this is where I leave you, thank you so much for joining me. And I'll have your timeless readings out very soon. Bye-bye.